Okay, everybody, welcome to the Fallout 4 tutorial. I'm going to just try to make this quick and dirty. Obviously, everybody knows how
Good
to get through
morning.
the first
Vault-Tec calling.
parts of the game. So let's go ahead and start with stats.
Good morning.
Isn't it? You can't.
Then I'm glad.
Oh, me. Now I'm here today.
Sounds great.
Oh, it is. I just.
I'm going to just hustle through these.
Sure, let's do it.
Splendid.
Okay, in my opinion, the two primary are intelligence, because that nets you the best RP, or experience points, and charisma, because early in the game, you need good charisma in order to do your early speech checks. Plus, it's important because you're getting the best possible prices when you go through the game. The three remaining points you're going to have, I don't even know if they really make that much of a difference, because you're going to be hustling through these levels pretty quickly, and if there's something you really need to get done, strength, perception, endurance, agility, I mean, that's up to you. Let's take a look here. Strength is fairly important because the early phases you're going to be carrying stuff around. Endurance, total health, and let's give one to agility, and then okay, and there we go. Accept.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on
You
being
do that, buddy.
prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
So
I have
let's
my
go ahead and
moments.
pause it down here, and then we'll pick it up as we move to the more relevant points.
Sean has been chained, but he absolutely refused.
So as we're moving through the vault here, pick up everything. I've already moved a good way through, but pick up everything you can, provided that you have enough weight capacity, given that your strength is probably 1 or 2. Things you may not need are steel. Now, when you're in here moving through the vault, after you're out of the cryo tube, don't forget, you don't have to piss ammo away. You can come up and pistol whip these. And don't forget to grab the rat roach meat because it's worth money, oddly enough. And go ahead and move through and pick up your pit boy. And that's about it. Now, inside the vault here, you've got water fountains and sinks and whatnot that you can get water and healing from. So don't worry too much about taking damage from the rad roaches. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this again and move through here. So we have just arrived at the surface, and don't forget to neglect all the little goodies that are around here. Glass, Nuka-Cola bottles. Nuka-Cola, you can sell it for a couple caps. You're going to need it when you first start off. So do a quick hustle around this area. Don't forget this little trailer down here. These fans contain gears, possibly copper later on. Ceramic, A-cap. Coffee pot, I think that's got some asbestos in it. Ammunition, always good. And what else do we have here? Really not that much. A couple crows. Cleared that one out. Cleared that one out down there. Here's some ammo containers. And there. So we are going to head on down to Sanctuary. Now, on the way down, these may or may not be something you'll want later on, but you can craft things. Now these blood, is it blood root? Blood leaf. Bloodleaf, you can use it to create something that will allow you to see creatures through walls and stuff. It's kind of like Aura Whisper from Skyrim. Basically the same effect. So here we are in Sanctuary. I'm assuming everybody's done this, but go ahead and move through this. Talk to Codsworth. I like to just hustle through and kill the bugs that are in this area without doing the whole rigmarole with him, the whole kabuki dance. So I'll go ahead and pause it, and then I'll pick it up as I move forward. So you're here in Sanctuary. I'm going to skip over Codsworth over there. I'm just going to hustle through and kill these damn bugs. And at the early stages, don't neglect anything. Pick up this toaster. It's got some good stuff in it. Bloatfly meat. Don't discard it because it's worth money at the lower stages of the game. Here's a safe for you. Yeah, I know how to pick locks. Don't worry. Be careful because you don't have that many, so don't piss them off. Take this pipe pistol. Gonna need that in a few minutes. Psycho. That was actually a good haul there. Casual outfit. So let's see what else we got here. There's a couple more bugs over here that we're going to get rid of, and then we can go ahead and talk to Codsworth. One more? Yeah, there he is. Let me see what we got here. Anything good? Pick this lock. I'm novice. I can do it. Hope I don't break my lockpick.
Sweet.
That's not too bad. Not bad at all. Don't need anything there. Yellow fedora. Tip my fedora, m'lady. So, anything else? Let's go ahead over here in this building. See if there's anything worth taking a look at. I know there's a cap. The aluminum, always need some aluminum. Flip lighters have oil, which is always important. Red dress, yeah, I don't think I'm going to need that. But you can use it, you can scrap the red dress, and you can create cloth for, there's some aluminum, TV dinner tray. You can create cloth for beds. And I'm going to go ahead and skip Codsworth again. Let me go ahead and dump off some workbench. Okay. Right click, store all junk. Don't need anything in there. You know, while I'm at it, I'm going to get rid of some weapons. Scrap, scrap, scrap. The pipe pistol, go ahead and turn your pipe pistol into an automatic. As high as you can get. Automatic receiver. Actually, I'm going to wait a little bit until I get gun nut first. And then I'm going to, until I gain a level. And I'm going to put it directly into either gun nut or science. Probably science. So, let me go here. And here's your cooking station. What you're going to want to do is with the cooking station, there's a couple 38 rounds. There's a couple, speak of the devil. Pick up your rad roach meat. You can sell it. I know, it sounds goofy. But at this low level, you're going to want to do it. There's another rad roach. And with the cooking station here, you're going to want to grab the cooking station. And you're going to want to pick it up. And you're going to want to transfer it back over to your workbench area. One of the more difficult aspects of this game that is not described is the need for adhesive. you need adhesive for pretty much all modifications. And the way that you can get adhesive without actually having to go shell out money to buy it, or hope that somebody's got some duct tape for you, is you can grow corn, mute fruit, and taters. You grow those 3 items, and with them, you can go to your cooking station and you can create vegetable starch. Vegetable starch is a form of adhesive. Now, as you're moving through Sanctuary, you're scrapping all these items because they give you the things that you need to build stuff. I like to move the armor workbench over here closer instead of actually having to walk over there. I know it's only a couple steps, but I like to have it over here where it's closer. That's just my personal preference. I like to put it there, as close as I can to this beam here so I don't have to walk over it or get in the way. I also like to put a couple containers down here. It took me a long time to figure this one aspect out, but I was having trouble because I was storing a bunch of stuff in one container and it was all jumbled in there. So what I like to do is 1, 2, 3, come on, 4, come on, 5. In here I put heavy combat armor, leather armor. Here I put like dresses and stuff like that. Here I put legendary wearable items. Here I put weapons and legendary weapons, and here I put my stored water containers, because this thing over here for some reason has, in the later stages of the game, it has limited storage. Like if you have too much corn or steel or whatever, your water purification units may not create as much water, and it might not be able to store it. Like instead of having like 400 units of water, it'll only produce like 30. But I haven't really been able to isolate that, so what I do is I take the water and put it in that container. Chemistry station, pick it up, take it back to your house, and I like to put it in the house, but that's just me. You can put it anywhere you want. And make sure you put it the right way, because if you don't, you'll wind up with your back up against the window here. Make sure it's facing the right direction. Ceramic, gotta have it. Okay, let's clear some of this stuff out. Just hustling through here. And let me go ahead and move this right here and find out which is the direction facing. Should be this way, right? Yeah, it's that way. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. Come on back out. Come on, game, you can do it. And then pick it up, since that is the right direction. Come on over here. And there's your cooking station. Check this area out. Laundry green dress. Don't need that, but I'll save it for the cloth. Bobby pins, gotta have those. Now, over in your home, try to sneak by Codsworth here. Toaster, pick it up. It's got asbestos and whatnot in it. Not a bad gig. This is aluminum, I believe. So go ahead, get this. Got oil. Don't forget this little thing right here, your special. You pick it up, and then you assign to it 1 point. You can assign 1 point. And army fatigues, grab them. Army fatigues and military fatigues are good. They are better than the vault suit that you start with. Go ahead and change that. And if you look at the apparel, armor fatigues boost your strength and agility by 1. And the vault suit does not do that. And you picked up a set of eyeglasses back in the vault when you left. That increases your perception by 1. Don't forget to pick those up. Wear them. If you don't have them, go back to the vault and get them. perception is a good thing. I've got my armor fatigues on, my strength and agility is boosted. I'm doing better. So let's go ahead over and get rid of any junk we have. And when you first start the game, one of your absolute first priorities should be the accumulation, creation of purified water. Purified water in this game is a medium of exchange, and it will heal you as well. If you have a little bit of purified water and you need to get a little healing, purified water is what you need. And purified water, it may be heavy, but it has good value. Now, once you, we're not going to do it yet, but as we go over to Red Rocket and then on to Concord, you will want to focus almost exclusively on the creation of water purification units. So, resources, water, and then water purifier industrial. Going to need a little copper too, but there's copper here in town. Required is science rank 1. I'm going to need that. So we're almost there, but not close. I need a little more copper before I can build out. Now, what I'll tell you is, it may seem obscure, it may not make any sense to you right now, but once you have a water purification unit that's creating 20 or 30 bottles of pure water a day, that will be all that you need to buy the ammunition or the ammo that you need to progress in the game. Because let's face it, this game is about, you got to have caps. The first part of the early part of the game is, man, I need some money because I got to buy adhesive, I got to buy ammo. Ammo is expensive, and this area is where you'll be growing. This is going to be your farm area right here. And like I said, mute fruit, potato, and corn you'll be growing in this area right here. And once you start growing them and you assign your settlers to manage these crops, you go ahead over and you mix up some vegetable starch, and you'll have all the adhesive that you could possibly want. So here's my storage containers. I'm going to go ahead and put my my wearable stuff, casual outfit, no, vault suit, yeah, I'll go ahead and put those in there. Going to keep my wedding ring. The other stuff I'm going to sell. So let's go ahead and talk to Codsworth. Oh, another thing is, if early on you're having problems with health, you can't find health kits, go ahead and put up a couple, you'll be doing this later on, but put up a water pump, and go ahead and heal yourself right there. All the healing you could need. Not going to help you with the radiation, but as you move through the game, you'll find out how to deal with that. Okay, so I went up a rank. So what I want to do is level up and put one into science. And I am going to hustle on down to the river and see if I can build a power unit, a generator, and one industrial purification unit. Now I have the science unlock, but I need a little bit of copper. So let's go back down to power and a generator. And I'll need a little more copper for the generator that will run the water purification unit. That requires 5 energy. So I need like a little bit more copper and I'm good to go. What I like to do with the very early weapons is I like to keep a 10mm pistol for single shot damaging, and then I like to have my pipe pistol as automatic stub barrel. Let me go ahead and I would say the first thing you need is a grip, a decent grip. Basically that's it. You are out of adhesive and you ain't doing nothing. And let's go ahead and assign that to a weapons slot. Weapons, quick, 3. And aid, what I like to do is rad away, negative, and stim pack, positive. This way it's positive for health. The positive button right next to your 0 key on the keyboard. Negative for getting rid of rads, rad away, and positive for increasing health. So let's go ahead and talk to Codsworth and move on down to Red Rocket, then Concord.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's
Now,
Codsworth?
I had told you earlier
She's...
that charisma
sir,
is
this
important.
It's been ages.
Now, I'll explain more later.
Sean's...
But here you'll have
Doesn't matter how long it's...
you'll have
It's a bit
charisma
over
checks. You'll have
200.
speech
That
check,
means you-
like this one right here. It'll say you okay. Since my charisma's at 10, I should be able to pull this off pretty easily.
Codsworth, you're acting...
I,
And there you go, 20 experience points.
I spent and
Uh-huh. Stay with me, pal.
Now I already cleared the area, so I don't think he and I have to do
Thank
it.
you, Codsworth.
now, shall we sir?
I already looked.
Codsworth, I already...
Then
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
you can't keep.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, sir.
Uh-huh.
I shall remain here and secure the
Okay,
house.
so we need to pick up a little bit of copper. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start heading towards the Red Rocket, where I'm going to pick up Dog. And then I will be heading down further to Concord to assist Preston Garvey. But while I'm here, let's get rid of this bomb, get rid of that tension trigger, and let's go ahead and see what's in here. Oh, broke one. 4 left. Alright. A little bit more. There we go. Let's see what we got.
That's it.
And pipe pistol, shotgun shell. That's not too bad. And here's a computer that you can use for later on. I'll explain how that's important at some point in the future. So let's go ahead. And I haven't done everything that can be done here in Sanctuary, but for the moment, let's keep everything moving forward and move on down to Red Rocket, pick up the Dog, and then assuming that you follow what the game is telling you to do, we will be heading down to that's fragmentation grenades. They're always nice to have. It'll be randomized. You may not have grenades like I just found. So I'm going to go ahead, bottle cap, rounds, pipe pistol, drifter outfit. Pick it up. You can sell it, even if it's just a couple bucks. Better than nothing. You know what? Pick up some mongrel meat too. Might get 2 caps for selling that. All right, I'm going to pause it here, and we'll continue recording once we get down the Red Rocket, which is just right down the road. So here we are at Red Rocket. We're getting ready to meet up with the Dog, and there is the Dog. There is our little buddy.
Hey,
How you doing,
boy.
buddy?
What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal?
All right, come on. Now, in the early phases here,
Sure.
ammunition is at a premium
then.
for the first
Let's
5
stick
rounds,
together.
first five levels. So, if at all possible, now pick up this workshop so you can access the stuff. You're gonna want to get you some copper, aluminum, oil, cloth. No, I don't really need steel. Gonna need some copper. Gotta get me some copper. So let's go ahead and start scrapping stuff. And broken light bulb, 4 units. So that should be the copper we need right there. Fuse, fuse, fuse. Copper, 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 copper. I think we got this covered. Yeah, there's some copper right there. So let's hustle back now that we've got the Dog. Let's pick up a couple more things here. Aluminum, gotta have that aluminum. Cram you can sell. Rat poison, I think that's got asbestos in it. Always nice to have. Toaster, always good. Tin can, that's steel, actually not that important. Mentats, don't... Squirrel Bits, pick it up because you can sell it, again, early. It's important. The phone, I believe, has plastic and copper in it. So let's go ahead and see what else we got here. Plastic, steel, wood, no shortage of those. So now that we have that and the dog... Oh, wait, we're under attack here. Now, ammo is at a premium, so let the dog do the fighting. Unless they come right up on you, there's no reason for you to get involved in the fight. Hopefully, well, looks like he's not going to fight back, so a couple shots. And there you go. Mole rat hide is essentially leather. Fancy hairbrush has silver in it. Hide. Teeth creates oil. So go ahead. I think we might have the copper we need, so let's go ahead and fast travel back. Sanctuary. Okay. Let's go ahead and store our junk and strip any weapons we may have picked up. 2 pipe pistols, yeah. Steel, so not much. Okay, let's go ahead and hustle down to the river here. And we are going to want to build 1 water purification unit. I like to get rid of the dog houses and build 1 over by the main house, because when you dismiss dog meat, there's 3 dog houses here, and they're all kind of situated in weird places, so you got to go hunt him down sometimes when you need him, and that's just a hassle. So destroy the dog houses that are there, and go ahead and put 1 where you can always find your buddy. And here we go, industrial water purifier. There we go, right there. And let's go ahead and put up 1 generator at 5 units. Right there. Power that bad boy up, and water just went to 40 units a day. So we're going to go ahead and go out, and with that 1 simple thing, that will create 20-something units of water a day. And if you ever get into a bind where you don't have enough money, now the radiation here is a problem. So what you want to do, if you happen to be in the sanctuary area, come to this house over here. That's in the northeast corner, I believe. Yeah, the northeast corner. Come over here behind the house, and you will see a cellar, root cellar. Come on in here. You are now protected from the radiation. Aluminum can, you can pick up some stuff here. Just pick up everything. Rad X, beer bottles for glass, just grab it all. What else we got here? Yeah, take the shovel too, why not? Aluminum can, gotta have that aluminum. You won't be able to open, there's a gold bar right there. Another gold bar right there. Oil, always gotta have oil. Advanced, can't open that. Sugar bombs. And I think there might have been some duct tape in that one. Gwinnett Stout. These are unopened bottles of beer. You can sell them. You can cop a nap right here. 14 hours. This way you can wake up. It'll be daytime. And if you're really lucky, maybe there'll be some purified water in there for you. 6, 7, and let's go ahead and move out. Got everything down here? I think we got everything right. Oh no, tin can. Gotta have that tin can. Now that you've created your water purification unit, essentially if you run into trouble can simply just, like I said, you just wait, and then you, hold on. Now, short barrel, long barrel. Automatic receiver, standard magazine. Need some adhesive. Gotta get me some of that adhesive. Okay. We are going to head back down to Red Rocket. You know what? I forgot to check for the water. Aid, go to aid. Oh, nothing. That means there's no water yet. I think we have to leave before the water comes back. Alright, so let's go to Red Rocket. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. The goal, one more thing here is, after I do this one section, the goal here is to simply get down to gas canister that's got oil in it. It's important. Right here behind the Red Rocket is a little tunnel here that's got some interesting stuff in it. There's a little bit of radiation. You don't need these. These are wood and steel, which you've got plenty of, so go ahead in here. Go into stealth mode. Pick up some brain fungus. Pick up the glowing fungus. That's for if you want to create stuff. We got some mole rats. Dog, get out there and do your job, buddy. Glowing fungus. You know what? I'm going to get the mole rat meat too, and I'm just going to sell it. I need that money. Pick up what you can down here. The glowing fungus, I believe, is if you want to learn how to create your own radaway. I think you got to do one of the perks. One of the chem perks. Not really sure. Oddly enough, like I said before, mole rat teeth allow you to create oil. Don't ask me how. Potato, whiskey, Molotov cocktail, blood sack. You may not be able to see this, but from where I'm sitting, there's a little bit of shimmer in the air. I believe this is an explosive container. I could hit the explosive container and it would blow up. Glowing fungus. There's a fusion core. Need that in a couple minutes. Trash Busters Award. Let's go ahead and pick up this pipe pistol, a couple 10mm rounds. I believe that's everybody. Now I'm picking up some rads, so I'm going to want to get the hell out of here soon. Is there anything over here? Pick up the bones. Again, it helps you create oil. What's in here? Duct tape. Yeah, gotta have that adhesive, baby. And I don't really... Oh, that was a bad idea, drinking that. I wanted this green fungus. I wanted that teddy bear, too, but I can't seem to get it. Novice. Alright.
Got it.
As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to have to use one of my radaways. There's some bones there to pick up. I'm going to have to use one of my radaways. I really do like to save them for the most dire of emergencies, but I don't want to go into Concord with a quarter of my health sapped away by radiation. I do believe that's everybody. Get on out of here. Move on down the Concord. Like I said before, going to Concord, rescuing Preston Garvey, that's all self-explanatory. I really don't think there's any need for me to record that. Here in Concord, as you move down, there's a couple things here. cap stash right here. Nuka-Cola Quantum, very good because it restores health and AP action points. It's really handy when you're running and trying to chase something down and you're running out of stamina, and you can just go ahead and pop one of those bad boys and get in there. Okay, I'm going to head down to Concord and do what needs to be done there. As you move into Concord, right, so here we go with Concord. As you move into Concord, one of the things you're going to do is, when I kill the raiders here, I tend to strip out their I tend to make sure I get their, okay, bottle cap, leather right leg. So I just got a leather right leg, and you know what? I'm going to put it on right now. Leather right leg, and it boosts my armor rating by a real small amount. Leather left leg, pipe. You know, just grab this stuff and grab it, and you can sell it, because like I said, at the very early stages of the game, you will need every single penny that you can get your hands on. Yeah, I see you up there, Preston. Settle down.
The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please.
So let's go ahead and strip these raiders. Let's go ahead and take this. Let's go ahead and take this guy's stuff. And are there any other raiders that we didn't see go down? Enter the museum. Take a laser musket. Long Johns. Go ahead and take those. There's a couple other, not much, but there's a little bit of goodies in here. So I'm going to go ahead and rescue Preston Garvey. First, let me go ahead and put on the, okay, chest, left arm, left leg. So I'm not doing too bad. Got a little bit of armor. Yeah, a little bit of armor. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this. Once you get into the museum, it's quite self-explanatory, and then you go ahead and get the heavy armor suit, the power armor, and then you head on back to Sanctuary. So I'll go ahead and pause it here, move through this stuff, and then I'll pick it up in a little bit. Okay, we've killed the Deathclaw. We've rescued Preston Garvey. We've killed the raiders. And we have stripped the raiders of everything that's basically worth keeping. So now let's go ahead and head back to Sanctuary. So here we are in Sanctuary. Grab this. Let's get rid of the junk. And while we are here, how much water? 33 bottles of water. Not too bad for one purification unit. Pick it up, grab them all. Let's get out of this power armor. Don't want to waste our fusion core. Now, I gained a level and I put it into Scrapper. So now with Scrapper, when I get rid of weapons, I not only get steel, I get screws. Screws are difficult to find in this game unless you have to go buy them in Diamond City or somewhere else. So when you pick up the Scrapper perk, now when you strip your weapons down, you get these. Screw, steel, knuckles, that's just steel, don't worry about it. I'm going to keep the minigun, pipe, auto pistol, pipe pistol, steel. Don't really have much wood, don't really need that too much. Sharpshooters, pipe, auto pistol. I'm going to keep that, that's the one I have. Double barrel shotgun, not really a good weapon, just going to strip that, get some steel and screws. Short hunting rifle, keeping that. Bolt action weapons, pipe, don't like those. They're single shot weapons. Do not like them at all. Revolver, no. Spike knuckles, keeping that because it's better than my current melee weapon. So let's go to pipe auto pistol. Let's get rid of that. And let's go ahead and get us some glow sights. Get a drum magazine. Marksman's stock. Long barrel. Ported barrel. How about that? Yeah. Let's see if we can do a better. Yeah, there you go. Hardened automatic receiver. Now this is, I think I'm level 4 or 5. This is now a nice weapon. Bayonet, nah, don't want to waste the. Don't want to waste anything on that. Let's put some sights on this one. Short scope. Gonna need some adhesive, but we'll get it. Not to worry. So let's go ahead and get rid of the weapons we stripped out. And what do we have as far as apparel? Put that one on. The rest of these I plan on selling. Now where'd that dog go? Come on, dog. Come over here.
Hey.
Alright, trade. Trade. Take all. Had the dog picked up some kit, and so let's go ahead and stow this stuff. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Gonna keep a couple of these. Gonna keep the clean tan suit because it improves charisma, which improves prices. Always want to keep that. Minuteman hat, going to keep that. Outfit, no. Going to save it, but not getting rid of it. So, road leathers, going to keep those. And you have the option of selling or stripping down these weapons. So, let's see what we can get out of this. Cloth, leather, steel. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these because now that I can produce water bottles, pure water, that is the best way to make money at this stage of the game. The more water purification units you can create, the better off you're going to be because you're going to be creating water hand over fist. In a previous game I had, I was literally creating 200 bottles of water a day, and once you get to that point, money really isn't the problem in the game anymore. So you know what? If I can, I'm going to go ahead and make another water purifier. And then it's going to be 60 units of water a day. Yeah, I can build 1 unit. So let me find somewhere to put this thing. Here. Let's see if I have enough to put up a generator. No, I do not. I need a couple more screws, but that's okay because I can get those with captured weapons. So I'm not going to deal with Preston Garvey right now. I'm going to go ahead and take care of something else real quick. I'm going to pause it. And I'll pick it up when I get to my location. Now that we've picked up a couple things that we can buy and sell, we want back to the Museum of Freedom. And once we get here, directly southeast of this location is Drumland Diner. If you look in the lower middle of the map, you'll see the little icon. It looks just like a little square, like a little shoebox. We are going to go ahead and head in that direction. Hope we don't run into any enemies, but if we do, we've got our trusty dog here with us. And once we get to Drumland Diner, there's going to be a charisma speech check encounter that if you play it right, you will have a quick vendor here that you can buy and sell junk or anything else you want to get rid of. And you will also have a chem dealer
We had a
right
deal,
here.
Trudy. Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison-shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Now don't make me come in there and shoot up that little trading post of yours.
Okay, so let's go ahead and continue here.
Whoa, whoa. Easy there, Scabber. This doesn't involve you.
Now, charisma check time. Lower your gun.
You stop waving that gun in my face, or it's gonna involve me.
Okay, okay, just take it easy.
All right.
We'll lower our weapons, all right? Just don't do anything crazy.
Now, give me your money.
Now hand over your money. All of it.
Just keep calm, all right? Here. That's everything I have.
Now, you can tell him to leave, or you ask him what's going on. Ask him what's going on.
What's going on here?
That's a simple business dispute, got it? Trudy's sitting on a pile of goods that she owes me. I tried reasoning with her, but it looks like I gotta take what's mine by force. Want to make some easy money? Help me out. I could use another gun. Or maybe you think you can talk some sense into her.
I'm going to try to talk to her. Now, use this check. Use this charisma check, but you're not going to get any money, but you'll get the XP.
If I help, I expect to get paid.
And I'd love to pay you, but you took all my money, remember? We'll work something out when this is over.
So, I'll talk to
her.
Trudy.
Maybe we can work this out.
I appreciate it. If things go sideways, we'll back you up.
So, go on in and talk to Trudy.
Excuse me.
I saw you in that poison cellar talking. Well, he ain't getting his money. Period.
Let's do it. Let's do a... You don't have to threaten her. Let's do a end peacefully, a speech check.
Look, you owe them money. If you just pay them, then this'll be over. Everyone walks away without getting hurt.
All right, I'll pay.
And there you go.
But that bastard ain't gonna sell one more drop of jet to my boy. You hear that, Wolfgang? You'll get your damn money, but I better not catch you selling chems to my boy again.
Fine by me, Trudy. Your son's broke as shit anyhow.
All right, crisis is over. If you're here to trade, step up to the counter.
Now, by taking care of the situation like this, you now have a vendor that's very close by. Let's check the map. Here's Drumland Diner, right here. Museum of Freedom, and there's Sanctuary. Now you have her as a vendor. You can buy some decent junk from her. Ammo as well if you
We
need
get
it.
paid, and I don't even gotta shoot nobody.
And then you get
Good job. Here.
the chem dealer here.
How about I show you all the pick-me-ups I have to offer?
And you barter with him.
I've got a few
Let's see if
minutes
there's anything I can
I
get rid
got
of.
stuff that'll blow your mind.
And you just gained a level as well. Ammo. Okay. Fusion core, keeping that. Mods. Let's get rid of some mods. Not going to be much money, but it'll be worth something. Burnt Trade Magazine, definitely don't need that. Now here's where you sell your food. You're better off healing yourself with water. Buff out, don't really like that, don't use it. Cram, definitely getting rid of those. Dandy Boy apples. Deathclaw meat, gone. Fancy lads, let's get rid of that. And now, you don't really have enough to buy any of his chems, because I have enough Radaway and medkits for the moment.
We're open for business again. A little lighter in the pocket thanks to you.
Alright,
How about you buy something and make it up to us?
sure.
Let's see what you
barter.
have.
All salvage.
She's got decent ammo. And I need, what did I need? A little bit of copper. So, aluminum can, can't go wrong there. Fertilizer, biometric scanner. Yeah, those are usually good. Aluminum, desk fan, gear screw. Going to need some screws. Tape. Fancy hairbrush. It's got silver in it. Going to need that. Flip lighter oil. Handcuffs got some ceramic. High-powered magnets are always good. Hot plate, there's your copper right there. Microscope. Now we're already above what I can afford, so I'm going to attempt to sell some other stuff. Not really sure if it's going to go over too well. Don't need that. Don't need that. Harness. So we're looking good at this point, yeah. Alright. There's some asbestos there. Don't really need that for the moment. What else do we have here? Copper. Going to buy that telephone. Toaster, spring and steel, typewriter, screws, vacuum tube, copper. Good to have. And let's go ahead and get rid of any of this other Long Johns, militia hat, raider leathers, junk. Red bandana, don't need it. Sack and hood, hoses, blah, blah, blah. Keeping the wedding ring, obviously. Welding goggles, fedora. Let's get rid of that. And there you go. And hopefully we'll be able to build another power generator. So let's go ahead back. Okay, so let's ditch the junk. And let's go ahead and head on down here and build another generator, hopefully. Yeah, we can build it. And let's see here. Got that built. Connect it directly. Then connect this one to this one. And now we're producing 83 units of water per day. You're looking good, and only level 5. So we got, let me see here, scrapper available. No, I'm capped out on scrapper. So gonna need armorer in the future. Let me see here. You know what? I'm going to go with gunslinger because I'm going to be weak on damage. Actually, commando. Actually, you know what? Lockpick. So I need locksmith, so let's go ahead and put some into perception. One of the first things you're going to need to do early in the game is be able to pick locks. Once you can pick locks, you can get stuff done. So, the Preston, Garvin in Sanctuary missions, I would advise, yes, doing them all, because you'll definitely gain a level. And then you have people that will be able to farm for you. I am going to go ahead and move through these missions, the Sanctuary missions, but again, I want to stress very vigorously that once you have those 2 water purification units up, money is no longer a problem, and time is usually not a factor. So all you do is leave the area, come back in 24 hours, and you will have another 30, 40, 50 units of water. And how many units do I have? 8. I've got 37 units of water. That's pretty good. So let me go ahead and pause this, do the Preston Garvey Sanctuary missions, and then I'll pick it up and I'll show you guys where to get the plants, the crops that you need to continue. So I'll go ahead and pause it here. Okay, I've decided I will not be doing the Preston Garvey Sanctuary missions. I'm going to move directly towards showing you where to get your crop supplies so that you can feed your people here and create one of the critical items in the game, which is adhesive. In this case, which will be vegetable starch. So we're moving to a place called Grey Garden. So we're going to go ahead and go to Drumland Diner first. Okay, so we're at Drumland Diner, and we will be moving almost directly south. to Sanctuary, Drumland Diner, the railroad tracks right here, the main road. We're going to want to go to right here. I will be posting a link to a map. It is not an interactive map. It's a JPEG, but it's very detailed. It basically has all of the locations that are important on the map, and you go ahead and use that to find out where you're going or where you need to go. So I'm going to go ahead and hustle through this. Now, the weapon I have, I think I'm level 1 guns. I think I'm level 4 or 5. Okay, I'm level 5. And I put one level into guns, a gun nut. And I've got a automatic pistol here, or automatic pipe pistol, that has a 48 round drum magazine, and it's basically an assault rifle, and it ain't too bad for a level 5 player. Now, as you're moving through the game, you don't have to fight and kill everything. If you run into a problem, just run away. It's no big deal. Now here's the hub flower. Yeah, hub flower, mentats, and whiskey will allow you to create the grape mentats that increase your charisma by, I believe, 5 points, and that'll allow you to do accomplish pretty much any speech check, unless you basically strip your charisma down to 0. Another perk of having charisma is you can do the local leader and local leader perk, which will allow you to set up trade caravans between your settlements. You can have a guy moving between settlements that will share items between 2 settlements. This will allow you to, whatever you have at one settlement will be available at another. It's great for when you're trying to build stuff. So, what do we need here? We need mute fruit. Grab all the mute fruit you can here.
Reading's the name and trading's the game.
Try not to interact with the bots. You want to get mute fruit, corn. You want to get potato, mute fruit, corn. Again, try not to interact because it'll open up a mission you're definitely not ready for
Bring me
yet.
some milk fruits this evening, and there'll be caps in your pocket.
Okay, so there you go. Anything else laying around here? Handy fuel. Oh shit, got caught stealing. They're gonna attack me. Yep, they're attacking me. Load. Quick save. Let's try that again. Being caught stealing once. That was 5. Let's go ahead back down to Grey Garden. Now that fire support, that mission is for the Brotherhood of Steel. That's for later on. So let's go ahead into Grey Garden, and this time let's not steal anything and make the local bots go aggro on us. So, mute fruit,
You're looking to trade,
corn,
then let's make a
and
deal.
potato. Those are the magic 3. I see
Bring me some
no
milk
reason
fruits this evening,
to
and there'll be caps in
plant
your
or
pocket.
grow
Off you go then.
any other crops. I don't know why anybody would, unless there's other things that you can blend up that I don't know about. Yep, thank you, lady. I don't feel like talking to you. Corn planter. I believe I have the 3 now. Let's go ahead back to Sanctuary. Let's get rid of that. So here we are at Sanctuary. So as we, once we have this, what I do is I usually set up 3 rows of individual items. I like to put the corn. Let's put the corn over here. Don't have many of them. Only got 4 of them. That's okay because every day they'll be attended to, and then every day there will be more of them. Let's put some potato here. And mute fruit over here. That's about usually how I like to set it from this end of the house over there. And then let's go ahead and hustle through these. Let's help our buddy Preston Garvey. And then move on.
Hey, good to see you again. I was hoping you'd show up.
Yeah,
I should have listened to I think we...
Yeah.
What do you...
I lived here over 200.
Damn.
Right.
You say you...
Uh-huh. My son.
Damn. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And I hope I've had the only trouble.
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. But...
Okay, so he's going to send us on missions, but for the moment, let me go ahead and I don't have them, so I'm going to have to do these other missions. Let's see here. The first step, miscellaneous, talk to Sir Sturgis. What's he doing over here? All right, Sturgis.
You willing to do some work?
Sure.
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, just make there's a workbench.
Yeah. Okay. Now, one of the things you're going to want to do, this may not make sense for new players, but one of the things you're going to want to do is open up your workbench, go to Resources, Miscellaneous, Scavenging Station. I usually put it over here. What a scavenging station does is it allows you to assign someone to the scavenging station, and that person will then move through the area picking up scrap and anything they can find. I usually assign Sturgis to this mission. Now he'll go out and he'll find copper, he'll find springs, he'll find screws. I don't know where they get them, but they get them. So let's go ahead and build sheltered beds. I usually like to use this building over here as a flop house for my first settlers. So let's clear this place out a little bit. From scrapping all this stuff, you know, we're not going to have much of a problem with steel, but that's cloth right there. That's what we'll need. So I'll put like what, about 10 beds over here? Steel, there's some steel there. Light pistol steel. Anything else over here? There you go, cloth, junk. And let's go to this. Anything else over here? No. So let's go ahead and put up some beds. Now, of all the possible beds that you can build, I prefer this particular one. It's the third one in because it is the smallest and it takes up the least amount of space. If you give them all, you know, king size or queen size beds, you might not have enough room to get all the beds in there. So I give them the smallest beds I possibly can. A bed is a bed is a bed. Having a roof over their head is probably more than they need. So let's go ahead and talk to Sturgis and pick it up.
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now...
I'm
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great.
So the clean
Thanks
water's
again.
already done, obviously. So let's talk
I
to him
feel
again.
better already, knowing we have a reliable supply. If we're gonna settle here...
I'll get
I'll
started.
start planting right away.
Good deal.
Now, when you plant your crops, you have to assign people to them, or they just sit there and rot away. So let's go into mode here. Pick this guy. Move on over. And assign him to the crops. The game has a weird algorithm. Now let's get her too. Let's assign her as well. The game has a weird algorithm for calculating who's assigned to what food and who's doing what. I can't figure it out. I assign settlers to a specific crop, and then they just go on off and do whatever the hell they want. So I don't know. I don't know how that actually is calculated. But assign the people. The crops do tend to be tended to, even if the people aren't doing exactly what you had hoped for them to do. So, see how it goes. Let me build another couple beds here. Oh, you know what? Let me put her to work. Crackhead. And let me put her over here. There we go, corn. And so there we go. Let's go ahead and talk to Sturgis. He's actually out there looking for scrap, which is a good thing.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go with this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
I'm on
I'm
it.
on it.
Ah, thanks.
So let's go ahead and clear this area out a little bit. And I hope I have enough resources for weapons or turrets. So I'm going to put one turret here. If I can. 3 turrets. Okay, that's good. 1. And that is all that's required, it appears, but I'm going to go ahead and put another turret, because I'm pretty sure this one's been attacked. I'm pretty sure that the Sanctuary has been attacked in the past in some of my other games, pretty early on. And since it's going to be low-level raiders, a couple defense turrets is more than enough. 3 is more than enough. If they come from the back, they'll have to deal with the turret there. And for the most part, even if you're here when the settlement is attacked, if the raiders do manage to knock down one of your settlers, they'll just get up in a couple seconds and get right back into the fight. It's when you're not present and an attack goes down that the settlement will accumulate damage. Damaged crops, anything you've got stored will be stolen by the raiders. But if you do happen to be there for the attack, you don't have to single-handedly kill everything that moves. it's not really necessary. And at level 6, we are actually at a point where we don't have to pick up any meat and take it anywhere, because now we have a steady stream of water being produced and for sale. That will be for sale. So looking good, looking good. So the defenses are up. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, and then I will wait a set period of time for them to attend to the crops.
Hey, Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
I was glad.
Well, of course, you know, windows too.
Okay, so that's done. And let me see, did I gain a level? Yes, I did. Alright, so what do we got here? Science, gun nut. Locksmith is something we're going to need, so I'm going to put it into perception. Okay. The next thing we're going to want to do is there are some... once you get the map that I'm going to link to, there's a couple locations around here, like the Ranger Cabin, Thicket Excavating, Fleet Lockup, Gorski Cabin. There's a couple locations around here that you might want to check out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go down to the cabin, because I do believe there is a helmet there that I can use. Yeah, right down here. Look it on the map. I'm heading southwest from Sanctuary. And if you look at, here's a hub flower over here. If you look at the APC over here, and this is going to be high radiation. There's an APC over here, and I do believe there is a helmet right here. Yeah, there's the helmet right there. And the dog is making friends with the locals. I'm going to give him a hand, and there's a little red dot. And there we go. And let's stop by the Ranger Cabin over here. And I do believe there's going to be a couple bloat flies here. Or no, I think these are going to be ghouls. Yep, no, bloat flies. I can hear them. Good Lord. Whew, man. Bloatfly meat. I'm looking for the bloatfly gland. There we go. Now, at this cabin is this Wasteland Survival Guide that will show you where Diamond City is.
Perfect.
Well, guess not. One of these shows you where Diamond City's at. Maybe it's the other one. Like that lantern. Hot plate, definitely want to have that. Wait a minute. You know what? Let me see if I got this right. Is it Gorski Camp? Maybe it's Gorski Cabin. Ranger Cabin? No, hold on. Southeast. So east, southeast, Gorski Cabin, Drumland Diner. Yeah, here is Abernathy Farm right here. And I'm pretty sure that one of these locations has a map. Bobby pins, gotta have them. There you go, a little bit of ammo, iguana bits, ceramic, gotta have it. What's this? fleet. There we go. Bloodleaf. Okay, now, where is Gorski Cabin? Let me see here. Drumland Diner. Up a little bit to the right. Yeah, okay, so it's on the other side of Abernathy Farm. Let's pick up some Bloodleaf. More Bloodleaf. There's a couple bloatfly up here that you can deal with. I believe on the other side of this little cabin here. I'll go ahead and let the dog deal with them. Whiskey. Potato, dirty water. Hang on. There we go, 3-for-1 sale. And I'm going to go ahead, and I do believe that's Gorski Cabin right over there. And in Gorski Cabin, I believe there's a bunch of chems. And there's a map that shows you how to get to, am I doing this? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. There's a map that shows you how to get to Diamond City. Once you get to Diamond City, you will basically have all of the ammo sales and armor. Basically, Diamond City is the biggest trading hub in the game. And once you find it, you're pretty much good to go. Now, when you're here at this cabin here, just hop up on top of this truck, and it makes it a little more difficult for the ghouls to get at you. Let the dog do his job. Got everybody? Yeah, dog, I got you. And at these low levels, normally you don't mess with whatever the ghouls have, but when you're at level 5 or 6, it's a good idea to grab everything you can get your hands on. Let's see what we got here. Level up. And now we can do Locksmith. And probably for the next level, I'm going to want to do hacking. Is there anything in here? Yeah. So let's open this up. Okay, brush. Take that. Ceramic, asbestos. Take that. I would love to know where that damn thing is that shows you where Diamond City is. Maybe it's down here. Somewhere in this general vicinity is a wasteland survival guide that shows you where it puts the Diamond City marker on your map, just not highlighted though, not actually completely selected. It just basically tells you, go this way. And I don't know if it's down here. Hang on. Anything here worth grabbing? Diamond City is now permanently marked on your map. Thank you. Take this bottle cap mine. These bottles. Oven mitt. I don't know what all this junk is. Alarm clock is good because that has radioactive material, which is always good to have for glow sites and whatnot. So, I don't think there's much more we can do here. I'm going to wind up having to take a rat away. Boston Bugle, go ahead and grab it because you're going to need it for cloth when you're making beds and whatnot. I don't think there's anything else down here I need. So rat away, take the rat away, and then take your stim pack. And I'm going to stop by Drumland Diner here. Wait a minute. Is this right? I think there's some gunners hanging around here. Not really sure. Alright. No, that's Drumland Diner. I don't think it's been 24 hours in the game, so her inventory may not have replenished. But
Excuse
see
me.
if I have any
I
water
got a
I
store
can
to
sell
run
her.
here. You gonna buy?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
All sell.
Uh-huh.
So she's got 500 bucks on her. Bloatfly meat. Keep that. Bubblegum, don't need it. Buff out, no. Cram, no. Dirty water, no. Gwyneth Stout, sell it. Iguana bits, sell it. Instant mash, keep the jet. Med-X, don't need it. Mentats, keep it. Mole rat meat, goodbye. Dog meat, mute fruit, obviously keep that. Nuka cherry, keep it. Pork and beans, psycho, keep it. Rat-X, keep it for later. Rad roach meat, goodbye. Salisbury steak, squirrel bits. Sugar bombs, you're gone. I keep the hard alcohol for later. I'll explain that to you later. $334 cap she's got. So I'm going to sell her my water stash and I'm going to move it down to $330. And I have 5 water units left. So now we are going to make a sprint for Diamond City. Put a marker. Yes. I'm going to keep this going. Because once you get to Diamond City, you can simply go to Diamond City, fast travel back to Sanctuary, pick up water, pick up purified water, and then just head right back to Sanctuary, head back to Diamond City, and hope. Whoa. Taking some hits. Okay. That didn't go all that well. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'll take that. And pike pistol. Yeah, I'll take that too. Baseball. Yeah, why not? What else we got here? Raider. I'm going to start ditching stuff if I get overweighted. But we need to get back on mission and get on down to Diamond City. Radaway, stim kit. Let me see if I can fast travel. Yeah, let's go ahead down to Grey Garden, save a little bit of time. And then once you're at Grey Garden, you can cross head dead south, cross the railroad trestle here. Should be safe from attack because it's definitely better than walking across that bridge over there and walking down by the water the waste treatment plant. And there's going to be a brewery here that if you're really tapped out for cash, you go into the brewery, kill the people, kill the raiders inside, and there is a butt-ton of beer and beer bottles and all kinds of stuff. Nothing in this trailer. Now, things are going to get freaky as we move towards Diamond City. You're just going to be running. If you encounter enemies like super mutants, just keep on trucking. Your goal is simply to get to Diamond City. Your goal is not to engage every enemy that you see. Quick save often. I think once I clear these rocks here on the other side, I guess about 300-400 meters up the road here. Actually, while I'm here, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop by Vault 81. If you look on the map, Vault 81 is just south of this location. You can see the gear icon on the compass locator. I do believe there's going to be a bear up here, or whatever they call it, guai, whatever the hell it is. Alright, dog found something. I know there's stuff in here, but sometimes there's going to be enemies on the other side of this. Don't need corn. Do need corn. Don't need carrots. Okay, so what do we got here? Don't need melons. Sell that. Bottle cap, don't need your outfit. Cooking stove, don't need that. Can we open this? Novice, yes we can.
Nice.
Okay, glowing fungus. Blood leaf, take that. And probably ain't really much else. Oh, bobby pins, gotta have those. Anything, enemies spawning out here? Now, there is Vault 81 right on the other side here. And, gonna be a hairless bear. I can probably start hearing him in a second. No? I guess not. So there's Vault 81. I would advise against going into Vault 81 at this time. Because you ain't got no money. But if your charisma is high enough, you can get in without having to do a, without having to bring them, what does she want, 3 or 5 fusion cores, which, man, those things are very difficult to come by at this level in the game. Man. Alright. Here we go. And I believe there's some swag over here in this, just go past these guys, get into this building. Whoa, getting old. Where's this thing at? There we go. I don't even, oh, there it is. Powerful boxing glove. Things are not going well. That sucked. I think I'm pretty much out of ammo. Yeah, out of ammo for the pipe pistol. It's a shame when you're getting rolled by a bunch of bugs. Any goodies in here? Aluminum, gotta have it, gotta have it. What else? Hot plate, gotta have it. Rat axe, right away. Mentats, good stuff over here. Good stuff. Alarm clock, that's got radioactive material. Glass, ceramic. Sniper rifle. Master.
Won't be able to pick this.
Ain't doing nothing with that one. Let's see if we can tip this thing over. Aluminum, glass. Alright. Now we're going to do the suicide run into Diamond City with a 10mm pistol and about 60 rounds. And we are going to be running like a fool. There's super mutants in that building over there you'll want to avoid. This is Super Duper Mart over here. Let's go ahead and tag this one for later reference. this person, this person right here that's screaming for help, that's actually a setup. That's actually a trap. So you'll just want to keep on moving. Now I'm going to go ahead and avoid the super mutants if possible. And the little water drop inside the circle thing, that's the Fens sewer. That's actually a location that you will want to have marked because you can spawn, you can fast travel in here and kind of sort of get to Diamond City to the right here because you can fast travel in here and then
Let's do it.
that was interesting.
Keep moving.
Alrighty then.
Scatter.
It's actually not a bad piece of equipment. And there she is.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
Always believed in freedom of the press.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond. Welcome to the great... Don't let this...
I'm sure your city's a great place. I'm trying to find someone.
Trying to find some?
My son, Sean.
Wait.
Don't listen to her. Diamond City.
Going to do a speech check here. He's hopefully going to tell us about Valentine.
Well, sure. And?
Well,
and there we go.
No,
This is ridiculous.
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for.
Right.
I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands. Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
Normally, when you come here to Diamond City, this gate is closed, and you have a little conversation with Piper there, this girl here.
Hey, Piper.
I gotta check a few things first.
Like I said, normally she would be standing outside the gate. You do a speech check. No, it's not really a speech check. It's just a conversation you have with her, and then you you get into Diamond City. And then at that point, I usually ditch the dog, send the dog back to Sanctuary, and then I pick up Piper as my companion. I give her a decent set of armor,
There's a bar in the old theater
and then pick it up from there. So now we have Diamond City on the map. Let's get rid of the marker. And let's go ahead and talk to Piper, and then pick her up as a companion.
Secretary, come on, Ma. I cut her hair myself, and I know human hair.
That's just it, Johnny. You wouldn't be...
So there we go. Now we can't take any of the goodies now, but Piper should be coming in a minute, hopefully. There she is.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Yeah.
Look, I'm just... So here's the...
Right.
You do that?
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good.
Sure.
So I know you're from Evolve.
My family and I were frozen.
Now,
Yes.
you can pick whatever choices
Honestly,
you
seeing
want with
everyone-
this,
That.
but
Well,
I
already know
suggest
you can
picking
yourself.
up Piper early,
Sure sounds like they might be.
because she gives you the
For the
gift
last
of
part our
Gab
interview, I'd like
perk,
to do something different.
which means
Threat
that
of
when you
kidnapping,
find a
you
new
say to someone out
location,
there
you
who's
get
lost.
a pretty
No matter
decent
how much you want to give up.
you get a pretty decent
That's
XP
everything.
boost.
Anyway,
Plus, when you
I
do
agree
a
with
speech check and pull it off,
Piper.
you get more
heading my
points.
way.
So let's bring her with us.
Sure. Let's go.
Will do.
And now that she's
Sorry, boy. Time for you to head home.
send the dog back to Sanctuary Hills. And let's go ahead and pick up the loot, because before
seen
when we
better
walked
days.
in, we couldn't take anything. But but now we're friendly with Piper. So let's go ahead and...
Well, hello.
Free paper to
piss off.
newcomers. If the
Dude,
instant
move.
just grabs you in the night,
Idiot.
at least we warned you.
Now that you're friendly with Piper, you can basically clear out her apartment. Relay coil. Actually, some of this stuff is pretty good. This is cloth. Teddy bears are cloth. Don't need the dirty water. And don't forget there's some stuff up here. I wouldn't bother going into our computer. It's not going to find any interest. Vibrator, greaser jacket, stim packs. Gotta have those. And kid, what do you want? Grab these. They're cloth. And I think that's everybody.
It's big, loud. full of
Now,
rough-
while you are here in...
But it's home.
Don't move! What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother? I swear I'm not a
This
synth.
is
Don't
a
shoot, for God's sakes,
situation
for family.
where it's a suspected synth, and
Put the gun
if you
down
want to watch it, go
now.
ahead. But
He's a
I
synth.
don't.
He'll kill us all.
I don't have time for that.
Kyle,
And they just killed the guy. Now,
Okay.
while you're here
Show's
in
over.
Diamond
There are
City,
no synths in Diamond City.
go
Hear me?
ahead and you can't steal anything, obviously, but you can clear out the mute fruit and the tato and this is community farming, so you can basically just clear the place out. I don't think there's any corn here, so you might be at somewhat of a loss. You might have a slight shortage of corn. But since we did plant it, and we did assign some people to it, it should be fine. Now, since I got too much stuff,
What you got for me?
I'm going to go ahead and trade. I prefer to put the girls in road leathers because they look better, but that is purely a matter of personal preference. You can do whatever the hell you want. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of the stuff here. And I don't know if there's anywhere else I can get corn readily, but I did pick a couple up. But it's no big deal. Is it over here?
And second is our faith and trust in each other. The faith
Okay, well that's fine. We have Piper with us. We've sent the dog along his way. I don't really have that much stuff I would be willing to sell. This location is where you'll hear about the railroad, but since it's nighttime, nobody's going to be talking about it right now. At night, you have this vendor here, Percy.
Everyone else may be closed, but Diamond...
Sure.
So you
Let's
can
take a
barter
look.
with him. Now, out of the junk I have, let's see if there's stuff I want to get rid of. I'll keep the junk. Bobby pins, keeping all that. Nothing worth getting rid of. Bloatfly meat, gone. Blood pack, corn, day tripper, don't really use that. Hub flour, keeping it. Nuka cherry, sell that. Psycho, keep it. Tato whiskey, keep that. Bowler hat, sell it. Greaser jeans and greaser jacket and jeans, well, I guess if you want to keep it. Laundered green dress, gone. Press cap, intelligence 1, but you know, whatever. Raider stuff I don't keep because it weighs too much and it's not better than metal or combat armor, so I just get rid of it. Now this guy that was just killed by his brother, no need to put his stuff to waste.
Hey.
He pulled a gun on me. My own brother.
What happened?
I need you to step away, Scabber.
And let's do a speech check.
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
What, you didn't hear the shouting? Guy pulls a gun on his own brother. thinking he's a synth. It's that newspaper's fault. Got people all riled up, thinking their own family might be replaced by machines. Look, I'm sorry you got caught up in all this, but it's over, okay? Just go about your business like nothing happened. Better that way.
Alright, so we went up a level, and let's see what we can see. Probably going to do the hacker thing. Yeah, we're going to go with hacker. And then we're going to go back to Sanctuary. Going to ditch the junk. Now, we did talk to Piper, and we gave her some stuff, so let's go ahead and sort that out. This is my weapons stash. Minigun, ditch it. Powerful boxing glove. So, let me clear out some weapons. Sniper rifle.
Sure, let me just stop what I'm doing to talk to you. I'm being sarcastic. Leave me alone.
Just ditch it. Alright. Let me go ahead and put on my helmet, which I should have been wearing. Plus an auto stim chest piece. Very nice. Very nice to have. And let me get rid of some stuff here.
Sanctuary.
And it looks like Trash Can Carla is here.
Yeah. So what's your
Trash
story?
Can Carla comes here
Rob me? Or just ask directions
after
to dine
you
in the
set
city?
up Sanctuary. She comes and she's actually a pretty decent vendor. And I'm going to get rid of some junk here. Powerful boxing glove. 88. And let me see if there's anything else I can get rid of. Synthetic Truth. I'll keep one of those. It's not worth anything. And everything else I think I'm going to keep. Let me see if there's any water. Bobby pins. Now there were not bobby pins here before. There's the purified water. 59 bottles. And Radaway. The Radaway and the bobby pins were found by the scavenger who I assigned Sturgis. So let me go ahead and put the food that I have, which is in the aid category. Corn, mute fruit, potato. I'm going to keep the rest for the moment, and I'm going to sell the water
Need to pick something
to
up?
Carla in exchange for
long.
ammunition.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Always happy.
Uh-huh.
So what do we got here? 38 rounds, which is what I'm using. 10mm rounds. Fusion core, I think I'm going to need that for the power armor. And 45s for later on, and some 308s as well. And then I'm going to go to water. Is that enough? 866, yes it is. And keep a couple for myself, 250. And now I have a good supply of ammo plus almost 600 caps. And not too bad. So let's go ahead and plant some crops. And it looks like we
Seems to be
have
growing well.
some growth. So
Hey,
let me go ahead.
Do you have a moment?
Yeah, what do you need? Dude, I don't have time for you. Okay, corn. Now, I'm going to do this now, but I'm only going to do it once. Here's the cooking station, right? Come up to it. Use it. Utility. Vegetable. Starch. If you look on the right-hand side, corn, mute fruit, purified water, and potato. I'm only going to make, let's say I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, and I'm out of corn. But now I have a pretty decent supply of adhesive. So I'll go ahead and store junk, which is the adhesive I was just using. And I'll plant what I can plant while I'm here. So here, here, here. Try to keep it symmetrical, but it ain't perfect. Any corn? 1 corn? Yeah, 1 corn. And then come back the next day when there's more corn and then finish the corn line. And every day you will have access to more adhesive. Every day you will have access to more water. And I am level 8. And theoretically, you now have all of the water,
We're surviving.
money, food, ammunition. You have everything that you could use, everything that you could need. You've got it all right here.
Flash a weapon like that, somebody might think you're looking for trouble.
And like I said, it's only level 8. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade some weapons here. And I think we're doing okay.
Do I look like I want to chit-chat?
Sword rifle. Let me go ahead and upgrade this a little bit. Oh, you know what? Out of adhesive and out of screws, but we can always get more weapons. Because when there's more enemies, there's more weapons.
Job with those defenses. I've got nothing else I need right now. I think Preston may want to chat, though.
I'm sure he does. Now Sturgis is turning me over for mission complete, and he wants me to talk to Preston. You can upgrade your armor here, standard, boiled, blah, 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 blah. I don't have any adhesive, so I can't do anything. This is a legendary auto stim, which at this level where I am, this is actually a good piece of equipment to have. I'm going to go ahead and give Piper a little bit of armor as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Piper,
You say the word.
trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's got a little more armor protection. And then just continue the game. Like I said, you've got food, you've got water. Another thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up a beacon that will draw in more settlers to your location, because more settlers, more food, more defense. And there's your settlement beacon, and there you go. I was planning on going to level 10, but this is basically everything you need to get this done, to basically meet the basic requirements of accomplishing the game. Because I know when I first started playing this game a year ago, couldn't find enough ammo. Could not find enough ammo. Had no idea about adhesive. Had no idea about the scrapper perk that allows you to strip weapons down and then turn them into something, turn them into something productive for you. But with what we've got here, you have, if it's a money issue, well, just go get some water and just trade it in on whatever you need, and then you are good to go. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. But I do think this is a pretty decent tutorial for beginning players. A friend of mine from GTA, Night God, he had requested that I whip this up because he's getting back into Fallout 4. And I got some reasonably good feedback from my GTA 5 tutorials, and I was shooting the shit with Night God over over Steam, and he was basically trying to. I was asking him how he was doing, and of course he was having trouble with money. He was having trouble with getting rolled by high-level enemies. He was. I tried to explain it to him, and I just basically came to the conclusion that I should probably just go ahead and make a tutorial video and let everybody take it from there. Alright, so again, if anybody has any questions, let me know. There are also plenty of tutorials for this game on YouTube. But as always, the beginner's guide is where, people, myself included, just assume that because we know the nuances and the early ins and outs of the game that everybody else does. But it might not be the case. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'm probably going to do an update on my farming for legendary items in
Need to pick something up? Road's pretty long from here.
in
Let's see what you got.
I got a little bit of
Nuka
everything.
World. So everybody have a good one, and I will be talking to you soon.
Stay sharp. Don't let your guard down.
Okay, so for those that have not chosen to put any points into charisma, here is our good friend, the hub flower. Beautiful hub flower. Let's go ahead and grab it, and we're going to touch base with, this is a mission for Preston Garvey. So let's go ahead and pick it up, and then we'll head back.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
I'm with the Minutemen.
Didn't you ask the Minutemen for help?
You're with the Minutemen? We sent word with one of... Most people don't put...
We're rebuilding the Minutemen.
Glad to hear it. There's a raider gang. We know where they're coming.
Don't worry. I'll take...
Thanks, friend. If you...
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Not much. Gonna grab some potatoes. And head back to Sanctuary. Okay, now, so you take your, go to your aid. Well, first store all your junk. Go to aid. Go to, let's put some blood leaf in here, brain fungus, glowing fungus, hub flower. Put that hub flower in there. Jet 2, mentats, mute fruit. Keep the nuka cherry and stuff. Put the psycho in there. Put the tarberry in there. Put the potato in there. Put the vodka, whiskey in there. Bloatfly meat, you can save that for later. Blood packs you can put in your workshop as well. And let's see, now we are producing 54 bottles of water per day. So let's grab those. And then for low charisma issues, just head over to your chemistry station. If you remember, we picked up our chemistry station from over in that area, and we dragged it over here to our house in Sanctuary, or our construction area in Sanctuary. So let's go ahead and drug grape mentats. Yum. Let's see if we can make one more. Hold on. So we need hub flower, mentats, and whiskey. So we'll make one. And there you go. Now, the reason why I focus so much on charisma is because it gets you better prices. And when you're at low level, you're really not doing too well as far as money. Now also, when you have high enough charisma, you can go for one of the perks.
Seems to be growing well.
Plant this. Let me get a full slate of corn corn here, or as close as I can. One of the reasons you want to focus on charisma early on is you want to be able to send your settlers to other settlements as caravan. And the perk you need to do that is, let's take a look at it. Perk chart. Now here's your charisma tree. And right here, local leader. As the ruler everyone turns to, you are able to establish supply lines between your workshop and settlements. What does that mean? What that means is you can walk up to a settler and you can assign them a trade route between your two settlements. What this means is everything that you have in this workshop in Sanctuary becomes available at the other settlement. This allows you to build things, build beds. It allows you to build this piece of equipment right here, the recruitment radio beacon and a generator. This recruitment beacon will draw settlers to your settlement, like this guy right here who just showed up a couple minutes ago. I'm probably going to come back and assign him to Red Rocket. Now also, focusing on charisma, your charisma tree, and when you first start off the game, why is that important? Let's take a look at it again. Cap collector, you mastered the art of the deal. Buying and selling prices at vendors is better. Always good. I would put two ranks into that, into cap collector, and then local leader. You were able to establish supply lines, and now with 2 ranks of local leader, you can build stores right here. You can build little storefronts right inside any of your own settlements. This is extremely important because as you're producing great quantities of purified water, you set up a store right here, you assign one of your settlers to the store, and then you can simply sell your water right here to the storefront. Quite simple. Now, as far as managing your people when you're looking for a specific person in your settlement and you want to assign them to a task or you want to move them to another settlement, you go to resources, the third one over to the right, and then you build a bell. Build a bell right here or wherever the hell you want. Walk up to the bell and ring it. And everyone in your settlement will come to the bell. It ain't fast. They'll get there eventually, but they are coming. So here they come. While I'm doing that, or while they're doing that, I'll go ahead and get rid of some more of this stuff. Miscade. Great Mentac's going to keep those. So that's it. Now, what grape mentats do is they jack your charisma up by 5 points. Very good. Go to aid. Great mentats, charisma by 5, and basically, it basically makes sure that any kind of charisma check, any speech check you have, you're going to come away clean. So if you really need those great mentats, if you have not assigned a proper amount of points into charisma, there you go. Now, other trees. Why did I assign so much into intelligence? Well, first, intelligence allows you to do gun nut, which is very important. It also allows you to do hacker. It also allows you to do scrapper. And it also allows you to do science, which are very important. Later on in the game, if you have the DLCs, robotic expert is important as well. It basically stops at robotics expert, but having high intelligence nets you higher experience points. So what you absolutely need is the 3 points into hacker and 3 points into locksmith. When we first started the game, you know, I said, you know, where would you assign those points, the extra 3 points? Perception is probably your best bet. 1, 2, 3. And once you have 3 ranks of locksmith, 3 ranks of hacker. There's nowhere in the game you can't go if you're sent there. And then as the game progresses, one of the good ones is Commando, which allows you to use your weapons a lot more effectively. Now here come all my settlers. Now when you assign a settler to a run, to another settlement, don't do it with Sturgis, don't do it with June Long, don't do it with Mama Murphy, don't do it with Marcy Long, don't do it with Codsworth. Make sure you do it with an unnamed settler,
What gave you the idea we're friends?
not one of your important crew, or this guy right here.
You ought to be careful.
Once I gain the
takes most
rank
things,
and put the points
but
into
people
it,
don't
I will
fix
be
so
back
easily.
to show you specifically how this is done. So you know how to use the hub flower for charisma boosting with grape mentats. You know how to ring the bell and send forth your little minions, your little Pavlov's dogs. You know how to... Now, for the other settlements, when you have these...
Seems to be growing well.
You have these crops here, and you put them in your workshop. What you're actually doing is putting them in the workshop, so this way when you fast travel to another workshop at another location, you have access to everything that's in the workshop here. Potato, whatever. And you can plant them at the other settlement. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and boost up a couple ranks. And then I'll show you how to set up trade routes and how to open up a store.
Not if I have my
So here we go. I'll be back soon. One of the other aspects of this game is clothing and how it affects charisma. You will note I have army fatigues, army helmet, leather, all around, all 5 units of leather, but I'm wearing a clean tan suit and a militia hat that boosts my charisma 1, clean tan suit, charisma by 2 points. And my settlement sanctuary is producing 50, at least 50 units of water a day. This is a good thing. So let's go ahead and talk to Trash Can Carlo. We came to Drumland Diner. Look on the map. Right here. That's why we picked it early on. Trash Can Carla comes here. So let's talk to Carla.
Need to pick something up? Road's pretty...
Sure. Let's take a
Barter
look.
with her. Now that I have higher charisma, I will get better prices. So she's got 1,000 and 1,278 caps, so I'm going to sell her all of my water. And for the moment, ammo is my primary concern, which she doesn't have anything I need right now. So let's go ahead and go over to Trudy.
Excuse me.
Shop's open. What do you
Now,
want?
nuclear material
Let's see what
is
you have.
something that you're going to be... ammo, for the most part, is important at this particular moment. So let's get some 10mm ammo and some 38 ammo. And let's see what kind of junk she has. Well, first let's get rid of some aid. Okay, we don't really have anything worth getting rid of for the moment. So, biometric scanner, yeah, that's good. Aluminum canister, yep, gotta have it. Let's see, cutting fluid, oil is very good. Man, that's expensive though. Desk fan, duct tape, good. Gold-plated lighter, 40. Yeah, we're gonna be running out of money pretty quick here. My scope, 34. Now these shipments of whatever, they're too expensive, so you're better off just buying items that you can strip down. Telephone, copper, yeah, we'll have that. Typewriter, yes. Aluminum, yes. Ceramic, yes. Silver bowl, yes. So we're actually looking pretty good. We've got a little bit of money left over, but we have new money every day thanks to our water purification units.
Carla.
Let's see what kind of junk Carla has.
Trading?
Sure. Let's take a look.
You break it?
So ammo, yeah, she doesn't really have anything we need. She doesn't have 10mm or 38. So let's go ahead and junk. Gear spring crystal, yeah, that's not bad. Now plastic pumpkin, you don't need that because you don't really need plastic that much. She's got shipments, too expensive though. Yeah, 620 for 25 screws? No, you can buy stuff here that you can strip down. Okay, so there we go. That is how clothing affects prices. And you can also use some great mentats to get even better prices. Quite simple. So let's continue. Now that we're not trading anymore, I'm going to go ahead and put my armor back on. Apparel, army fatigues, army helmet, auto stim, chest piece, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are good to go. We are back into combat mode. Pretty simple, huh? Now, for those that are having a problem with radiation, which I'm not having a problem with right now,
Get it trimmed. You won't regret
come to Diamond City Market. If you can't afford any Radaway, you can come to this doctor right here, Dr. Sun.
A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical?
Patch me up, Doc.
Now, go over your...
Looks like I'm good to go. No chem addictions, never
Actually,
mind.
Fine. Come back later.
And Dr. Sun will also sell you
Let's get you examined right away.
medical supplies.
Time is not on the side of the surgeon.
Barter.
Actually, I need some...
Let's...
And here you go. Let's buy a little 38 rounds. Can't really afford anything else. Let's go ahead and sell some water, actually. Sell a little bit of that. Sell some water. Buff out. I don't really use buff out, so I'm just going to sell it. Any kind of food, just dump it. Med-X, don't use it. Quantum, Psychojet, Rad-X, Squirrel Bits. Sell it. And so that's Dr. Sun. And a little known place is down here, Fallon's Basement. Here's the little noodle shop, and there's Arturo and the baseball guy and the other one. She sells hazmat suits. Hazmat suits are your friend. They stop radiation.
Hello. Have you been here before?
Nope, first time.
Thought so.
No mooching. Got it.
Good. Now that we understand.
Uh-huh. I'll take a look, sure.
A paying.
Now, black rim glasses improve your charisma. Buy them. Charisma, good. This stuff, forget it. Let me see here. Cooking pan, dirty black suit. I prefer the clean suits, but formal hat is good. That boosts your charisma. Hazmat suit, definitely. Jet for 100, no. Military cap, yes. Military fatigues, yes. Patrolman sunglasses, definitely. She's got cloth and leather, shotgun cells, sunglasses, and that's about it. That's actually not a bad run right there. And let's go ahead and sell her some. She's got 503, so we'll sell her 500. And now I have 837 caps that I can go buy ammo with.
You're listening to Diamond City Radio.
And here's our buddy Arturo.
New guy, am I right?
Yeah, I'm the new guy.
Well, it's good to have you.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Self-defense.
Yeah, he's got a nice stack of ammo and some decent armor. He's got grenades, mines. He's got fusion cores for your power armor. So we've got a problem here. We are going to sell, and there we go. Because for the moment I need 38, 45, and 10mm ammo. He's got laser pistols, which are more of a science weapon, so we don't really need it for the moment. Missiles, Old Faithful, leather. He's got some legendary items. He's got some shipments. Nothing to write home about. As you progress in level, he will have better stuff.
You? I
Here's
don't know.
Myrna.
Just keep your distance.
Keep calm. I'm standing.
That's exactly.
Human as the day I was born.
Well, all right.
Let's see what you got.
Everything.
So I don't have much, but she has a decent selection of junk and ammo. So here is this guy right here,
So
Sheffield.
thirsty. Doctor says I can't drink liquor no more. Cola. Need a Nuka-Cola.
Give a Nuka-Cola to Sheffield.
Squatters, right here.
Now Piper will enjoy this.
In the Commonwealth.
Sheffield,
Cola. Nuka-Cola.
here you go.
Reals.
Ah, thank you.
You in the paper,
They
right?
look like they could use it more.
You're 200 years old. Pretty good for your
And
age,
now that
huh?
you've given Sheffield a Nuka-Cola, ask him if he'd like to come to your settlement.
Hey, Sheffield. What do you think about coming to work for me?
Really? You mean it?
What do you say?
And send him to Sanctuary Hills.
Okay. Maybe this will be a fresh start.
Hey, you're that vault dweller. From the paper.
Now you've got Mo,
Need a genuine.
who will give you a sub-quest, and then you got the chem dealer over here, Solomon, who will also give you a small sub-quest. Get your hair cut here, the mayor is up there.
Thank you. It's like I can finally
And
think straight.
that's the basic introduction to Diamond City, but you can do a lot of trading here. It's a good place. So there's Diamond City. Okay, one other thing you may notice as you gain levels is radiation becomes a problem as you progress in the game. One of the things you can do is create a decontamination arch. Cool. I built it here in front of my house, and then I put up a generator and power it up, and then hit the little magic button, and there you go. No more radiation for you. Definitely cheaper than buying Radaway all the time. And you can just come on back to your settlement, and you're decontaminated as you can be. There's another thing right there. Early on in the game, you will be given missions by Preston Garvey. He's the Minuteman guy. For the most part, he will be sending you to help local settlements, and then have those settlements join the Minutemen. And when they join the Minutemen, you can use their workbenches, you can plant crops there, you can assign people, you can assign settlers to growing or whatever. One thing I will tell you is, these missions, for the most part, are not timed. You do not have to do them in any specific order or at any specific time. You can ignore them, you can remove them from your list. They're not done in sequence. Just get to them whenever you get to them.
Hey there.
Did the Minutemen send you?
Yes, I'm here to help.
There's a group of raiders. We know where they're coming.
Don't worry.
I hope so.
See, there's a very simple mission. And we'll grab some potato while I'm here. Now after you do this mission, you can come back and this will be a friendly location. And there you go. But again, you don't have to do... The only missions that are time sensitive is when you get an alert that says defend a certain station from attack. If you don't do it within a certain period of time, raiders will attack it and the game will calculate how much damage will be done to the settlement, infrastructure, crops, stuff that's in the workbench, or perhaps killed any of your settlers. But the missions are not critical. You don't have to do them in any sequence. They pop up as new ones come along. But when you get to them, you get to them. Nothing complicated. But it is an easy way to pick up experience points early in the game, because the missions are geared towards low-level players. So there you go. The basics of getting quests. Okay. We have put one rank into local leader, which is in the charisma tree, local leader. You are able to establish supply lines between your workshop settlements. This is a good thing. So let's bring up our workshop menu. pick one of our settlers, this guy right here, and we're going to hit the Q key once it comes up. Once he comes up, if we can get him. Q, and then you assign him to Red Rocket Truck Stop. Okay, now Red Rocket Truck Stop can now be used, and everything that you have in your
seems to be growing well.
everything you have in your everything you have in your workshop is now available when you show up at the Red Rocket Truck Stop. So let's go to the Red Rocket Truck Stop and see what we can see. Now, for the moment, the Red Rocket Truck Stop has 0 settlers. 0 settlers. This is bad. So now we're going to go ahead in here and we're going to build a settlement beacon so that people in the area will know that this is a viable settlement. Quite simple. Ta-da! And in a couple minutes, well, not a couple minutes, slowly, over time, settlers will start to come here and put them to work. My suggestion is that you put them to work planting crops. All this other stuff not needed because they're not going to be working on vehicles or whatever. So just scrap all this shit. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need this, don't need that. And all this stuff here is going into the local workshop. And everything that's available in this workshop, because you have a supply line, will also be available at your sanctuary workshop. This is a good thing. So for the moment, let's go ahead and just make some water pumps for these people. I do believe that the more stuff you have available to your settlement, the more progress you will make in getting new settlers. So let's go ahead and put some water pumps over here. And there's our he is now not a settler, he is a provisioner. He's got himself his own Brahmin. Carrying all that shit around. Resources, water, pumps. I'm hearing gunfire, don't know where or why, but we'll check it out in a minute. That's a settler, probably coming to Red Rocket.
That's it.
What's that for?
There we go. Yep, and it looks like this guy is heading over to Red Rocket. And there you go. It's just that simple. Put up a recruiting beacon, put out some water pumps, and once he comes up, you can assign him to growing crops. My strong suggestion is that you focus on the crops that we have identified previously that allow you to create vegetable starch, because vegetable starch is your friend. It allows you to create adhesive, because adhesive is also your friend. And there you go. Not particularly complicated, right? And there's our first settlement. And here comes our first dude. Wherever he went. Yeah, there they are. There he is. So let's assign him. And he's off and running. And then there'll be some new people here. Throw up some beds. With these smaller settlements, you may want to keep them to a more manageable size, like 6 settlers, because they're small, you can't really grow much, and they might actually be more trouble than they're worth. So feel free to, once you get 5 or 6 settlers in this particular settlement, go ahead and turn off your settlement beacon, and you won't get any more people, but you will be having all of the crops you need to make vegetable starch. So there you go, the basic introduction to settlement management. And when you look on your map, show supply lines. Ta-da! And there's a supply line right there. And any of the other ones you have, there'll be a supply line set for there too. There you go. Introduction to settlement management. A quick review of quest management. When you get a quest, just bring up your information panel, data, and quests, and you can select or unselect a quest at any time. For the most part, you do not have to perform these quests in the order that they're given. You can do them in whatever order you so choose. The only caveat to this is when you get a notification that a specific settlement is under attack by raiders. It'll actually show up on your screen, and it'll say, Abernathy Farm is under attack, Finch Farm is under attack. And I do believe that when you see that notice, that means that you only have a certain period of time to intervene and save that settlement. If you don't, what'll happen is the raiders or the whatever is attacking, waiting outside the settlement, will come in there. They'll do damage to the settlement. They'll damage your crops. They'll damage water pumps, stuff like that. For the most part, it's not the end of the world if it happens, but it's definitely something that you should try to avoid. So I hope that clarifies everything. And that's basically it as far as quest management. Nothing particularly complicated. So I will attach this to the video, and there we go. Okay, we have reached level 14. We have placed a second point into local leader. Now we can do something amazing. We can create our own stores right here in the game. Trader. And you have to have, I think, 2 ranks in Cap Collector, but for the moment you can do a small trader, or you can do armor, weapons, food and drink, clinic, clothing, either one. I'm going to go with trader because at this point I'm going to need some junk. So I'm going to put that up. I'm going to go find one of my trusty minions, and I'm going to assign her to the store. She just walked through me a minute ago, didn't you? I think that's her. Is that her? Yep, I believe so. Yep, she's unassigned, so let's pick her up. And let's go ahead and assign her to the trading post. She doesn't seem to be moving particularly quickly. Why is that? There she is.
Yeah?
Okay, this settler is unassigned, so let's go ahead and assign her to crops. Let's see if I can put anything else up. Nope, don't have enough caps. Need 500 caps. So, there we are. You can create your stores. These increase the happiness of your settlement. And there you go. Once she takes position, walk up,
Excuse me.
do some trading.
You want to do some trading?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Let me know what you'd like.
And she has exactly what I need. Looks good. I also have the option to sell off some of the ammo that I'm not expected to use. There we go. And there you go. You now have your own little general store. Our little sanctuary is looking better every day. And also, we have created 4 water purification, industrial water purification units. I believe we're creating about 150 bottles of water per day. And with that, even at level 14, everything you need for the game is there. So at this point, beyond this, I would focus on Locksmith and Hacker. Once you get 2 more ranks in each of those, you can go anywhere you need to go in this game. There's no lock or computer terminal that will stop you from progressing. So there you go. That is the beginner's guide to Fallout 4. If anybody has any questions. This ran significantly longer than what was expected, but I wanted to cover as much as I could, basically for people who have no idea what's going on. So, there's more water right there. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know. And everyone, thanks for watching. Okay, a quick review. If I have not done this before,
I'll stop complaining when there's nothing left to complain about.
yeah, I doubt that, lady.
Got a dangerous look about you.
So here is my little farm of mute fruit, potato, and corn. And so you harvest these crops. You put the crops into your workshop, and then you go on over to your stove, your cooking stove, and then you pick utility and vegetable starch. Yes, vegetable starch, good. Now you take the vegetable starch that you just created.
I'm just so hungry
You put it in your
all the time.
workshop. Why are you complaining about food? Oh, we got 23 people and 20 food. Okay, I'll have to rectify that. And now that you have your vegetable starch, it will function as adhesive. Adhesive is good. Adhesive is your friend. Never neglect adhesive. Okay, one more thing we're going to talk about. I discussed earlier about creating stores, but I do believe you have to have 3 levels of local leader. Perk chart. Local leader 2, and caps collector either 2 or 3. That allows you to create level 3 storefronts, which is what we have here. And in order to create the clinic here, the hospital, you have to have 1 level for the medic perk right there, which is in the intelligence tree. So that's that for stores. Companions. Normally, I start off. Go onto Google and look for the companion perks for each. But for the most part, how I do my companions is I start off with Piper, because Piper gives you the Gift of Gab perk, which if you take it early on, you get more XP out of charisma check, and every time you identify or find a new location, you get more XP out of that as well. So that's a good perk to have. And then after that, I think I usually pick, of all people, Codsworth, because Codsworth gives you, I believe, a good protection against robots, which there's no shortage of in this game. And you can boost affinity with Codsworth by doing good things and modifying weapons. He likes that. Codsworth likes to have you modify weapons. And then after that, I believe I go with Preston Garvey. Preston Garvey has a good offense and defense perk. And Deacon is, I think, who I pick after that, who's with the...
you ever just sort of feel sorry for the poor bastards that fight us?
He's with the railroad.
Yeah?
And he gives you a superb stealth perk and silenced weapon perk, I believe it is. And those companions will get you through probably the first 30 levels. It'll take you that much to get stuff done. And then beyond that, if you have the Nuka World DLC, that will Porter Gage, he has a really good perk. I don't pick the Raider path. I do cooperate with Porter Gage to the point where I assist him to the point where he gives me the perk, and then I wipe out all the Raiders, but that's including Porter Gage. But that's just my personal preference. You can do whatever you want. And then there's the Longfellow at the up in the Far Harbor. He gives a fair perk. I think it's damage against animals, which again, no shortage of those in this game. It's a pretty decent perk he gives you. And also don't neglect, one of the low priority is the detective, Nick Valentine. He gives you a perk that allows you to be more effective at hacking computer terminals. So go onto Google, look up the perks, find out which ones interest you, and just interact with these. Now there are some, this girl right here,
Got any scab to sell?
Trader Riley.
Not right now.
She is a vendor. I think they call them level 4 vendor. There's a couple NPCs in this game that you can recruit to your settlements, and then you assign them. There's an armor guy, there's a medic lady, and there's her as a trader. And I think there's a couple more. I think they're called level 4 vendors. Just look up Trader Riley, and you'll see who those people are and where you can find them. It's also the Vault Tech guy that you meet initially in the game. You can hire him as a merchant, a level 4 merchant, but I prefer Trader Riley to him because every time you interact with the original Vault Tech guy that knocks on your door when you first start the game, he's actually turned into a ghoul. And every time you walk up to him to interact, to buy something with him, he goes into a whole diatribe about, oh, you know, it's been so long, it's been 200 years, blah, blah, blah. It gets so distracting that he's just not worth, he's really not worth the trouble. Also, as you progress, you can create these generators, fusion generator that run on cores, and they produce a lot of power. And once you get your science level high enough, you can run all of your many water purification units out of the that fusion generator, and you will be producing a great deal of water, which I'm pumping out 255 water per day. So that should wrap everything up. That includes probably level 1 through 15, and then a little bit more after that. If I haven't talked about this, this is a resource item in the third choice. It's a scavenging station. You assign someone to it, and they go out and magically find stuff. Copper, steel, ammunition, whatever. It's a pretty good, it doesn't really cost you much to create it, and you only have to assign one guy to it. I have Sturgis assigned to that job. So that's it. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to add them. Thanks for watching.